Hey, everybody. I'm Jane.
And I'm Sarah.
And you're listening to the Medium Curious podcast, the show that talks to angels who talk to angels.
Oh, are we the angels?
Well, maybe, but mostly our guests.
Yes, our guests are definitely the angels. So we're talking about angels because today we have on the one and only Radleigh Valentine, who calls himself the ambassador of the magical life. And he really is.
So true.
He's a prolific tarot and oracle card creator and an angel communicator.
And just, I don't know, one of those exquisite humans that are so exciting to meet and someone I've been obsessed with for many years. So this has been very exciting for me. You ready to jump in? Oh, wait.
Let's go do it.
Should we tell them what he told us as why he came on our show?
Yeah.
Okay, he pulled a card, which of course makes perfect sense. He has like 5 or 6 decks at this point. That's how he decided whether he would come on. And what was the card he pulled, Sarah?
3 of Water.
Which is all about celebration and like life-giving, affirming. So that was a big yes. So thank you to the angels and thank you to Radleigh for joining us. And let's listen in. Hi, Radleigh Valentine is here, everyone. Oh my God. Radleigh, thank you for joining us.
Hi,
welcome.
Happy to do it. Happy to be here.
Yay. Well,
yeah, Jane is beyond excited. I just got to tell you. And so it was my birthday yesterday and I treated myself to a couple of your decks. So
cool.
I know for my birthday. And I pulled one card, just one, because I hadn't gotten to do much with it yet. Yeah. Jane, I promised I was going to let you lead, but I couldn't help it.
Wow. Okay.
Sarah likes to start us out. Go, baby.
And I pulled a card for my birthday and it was abundance. And I was like, I already love this deck. And I love Radleigh.
I love this man. I love this deck.
Yes. So Jane, now it's your turn. Your turn.
Okay. Well,
sorry.
Really quick, Radleigh, we've been hanging out for 11 years, you and I, because I have, actually more, because I have your decks on my phone.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? So back from the Doreen days, and then it became just exclusive your deck, I have them all saved. So every single life question and fear and anxiety, they're all saved. So I was like going back through and reading them to like, should I start that company? Should I start that company? And then of course there's like 5 readings in one day because I'm so panicked. But I'm like really overjoyed and grateful that you joined us because I do feel like I know you, like I've been in your magic for so long. And I'm excited for any of our guests who don't know you, which I doubt, our listeners rather, because I bet they all do. So anyway,
for those who don't, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I am actually the illegitimate child of Prince of Monaco, and I couldn't come.
He's here.
He's together fast enough.
We found the illegitimate child of the Prince of Monaco. He's here.
Who do I want to be the illegitimate child of? The Prince of Monaco and Lauren Bacall. That would be cool, right?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's me. No, it's not. So I'm just a poor kid from Knoxville, Tennessee, which I do not live in anymore because I escaped when they weren't watching. I crawled under the fence and then I left. So I live in Denver, Colorado, where I am very happy and I call this home. I am a recovering certified public accountant. I became a spiritual teacher when I was sort of discovered, I guess is the word, back in 2012, and got signed by Hay House Publishing, the world's largest spiritual publisher in the world, now a part of Penguin Random House. And I have been published, I keep forgetting, I think I've been published 12 times.
Whoa.
Have 2 more decks in process because of those. I think there's 11 decks and 3 books. So I'm wrong. It's 14. Yeah, that's right. So I have 2 more decks in the process and I'm about to sign another book contract. So,
dreamy.
I've done it
That's
since
very
2012,
dreamy.
which makes me certifiably insane. It makes me certifiably insane and makes my publisher love me.
Okay, tell us about your books. What are they mainly about?
They're mostly about angels. I've been talking to angels since I was 5, and I somewhere in there I wound up with this teacher, not the one you think, but this teacher who loved angels. Her name was Carla, and she also loved tarot. And back when that happened, this was like the 80s. I mean, those were strange bedfellows, tarot and angels, strange bedfellows. But I learned to love both. But I didn't like the decks that I could buy because they were scary. And had creepy words on them like death. And devil and hanged man and stuff like that.
Tower.
But never, Tower's funny. Because the tower card, the word itself isn't scary. The meaning and the imagery. I mean, a tower being struck by lightning and people falling to their death.
That's the image that I was thinking of.
Yeah. And it's like one of the cards that's like, it's like, I think part of this, the fear in tarot came from movies. It's always the tower card that comes down, or it's death, or it's like these cards that are super creepy that neither one means falling to your death or dying, And so my books are mostly about 3 things. They're mostly about angels. They're about tarot, and from the standpoint of taking the fear out of spirituality. So I don't call it the hanged man. I call it awakening, and I don't call it the devil card. I call it ego. So it's not like the basis of the philosophy changed. It's just reframing it so that it doesn't have 16th century words on it and instead has today's meanings. And then the third thing I mostly teach about is manifesting.
Oh, okay. We're going to get to that. But let's hang out with tarot for a second, because it's exciting. We've recorded 50 episodes already, and we have yet to have like a real, I guess we've had other folks who dabble in tarot, but like you're our first real tarot guy. And I love that you're, I was attracted to the Angel Tarot deck for that exact reason, because for me, actually, energetically, the tarot deck was too much for me. And I didn't understand that at the time, but it was just not even just the words. It was like the actual energy of it was like, too much. And so I found that your deck just did this like super sweet, like it just rounded the edges, and it doesn't cut anything out. Like you're saying, the meaning is still very much there, and it gives you like the juice you need, but it just like takes that terror feeling out.
Right.
So
angels tend to do that.
Angels are good like that.
Yeah.
But okay, sorry, I'm too excited. I want to hear about your first chat with an angel. I understand it happened at age 5. Is that right?
Well, technically the first chat with an angel, I was 5, and I didn't really honestly know what was happening. I just knew that I was awoken in the middle of the night. And I could hear a voice, and the voice was talking to me, and it was just sort of calling to me, and it led me to my bedroom window. And I mean, this is just for your listeners. This is a kind of a sad story, but so I was 5 years old. So I look out the window, and across the street, the house across the street is on fire.
Oh.
And my best friend as a child came running out of the house, and he was on fire. And so I ran downstairs, woke my parents, couldn't really talk. But I finally got it out that, they need an ambulance. My dad was like lightning out of bed. The ambulance got lost. He died. It was really traumatic as a child. But we're part Cherokee. So the way I was raised was, if you asked them what they believed, you got Christianity. If you asked them how the universe worked, you got Cherokee mysticism. That's what you got, which actually turned out to be kind of cool. And so I wouldn't go back upstairs. I wouldn't go back to my bedroom. And so eventually my mom made me go. She's like, you need to go back upstairs. And so she brought me upstairs. She said, show me what happened. She said, and we went to the window, and she's like, I want you to look out the window. And I did. And you couldn't see the house from there. The house was on the other side of the house. So it was like, my mom sat me down. She's like, so this is called a vision. Mm-hmm. You saw something you couldn't see. And, it was like, it wasn't even, you might think that a parent in the South would say, and we're not going to talk about this.
Right.
But she didn't. She just said, awesome. We're going to pay attention to this. Yep. We're going to notice this. And it's like, you should listen to. She didn't use the word intuition, because I don't think anyone in the South in the 70s was using the word intuition. Right. but she said, I think what she said was, your guts don't lie, and we're going to listen.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And it wasn't really until I was older that, because it continued. It was like, I knew who was on the phone. I knew who was lying to my mom. I knew, it's like, and we just sort of as a family rolled with that. And it wasn't really until a lot later that I started to pull together that voice was the same voice that was showing up in my reality. And it was my primary guardian angel. Almost all the rest of the stories are way less sad than that one. But that was my first experience. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how amazing that your mom was so gorgeous and supportive, and like, that does feel really rare. I mean, that's not usually how that story goes.
Yeah. No, Wanda rocks.
Yeah, we love her.
Never told my dad.
Just keep this between us.
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Oh, a miracle. What a miracle. And then I loved reading about your, you said you're a recovering CPA. My mom's a CPA, and she's actually a real angel gal. She's been obsessed with angels for years and years. And when my dad died really young, the angels came in hard. So I think that's maybe when I was introduced to your work and your decks and such. But I what am I trying to say about? Sorry, guys. I had COVID last week, and I swear my brain is broken.
Oh, no,
I was worried about this because
it
really just like turned it to oatmeal. I normally don't falter like this.
The reboot, and the reboot takes a little bit.
Right? How do you do it? Is there like a key we can turn?
You can just ask for clarity from Uriel and Raphael.
Okay. Let me do that right now, because otherwise we're going to hear a lot of mumbling from this microphone.
Oh.
Well, we were talking about that Wanda was cool, and
Wanda's awesome.
And it could have been worse, because parents can sometimes not be that way. And she didn't tell my dad, because Arthur wasn't really a whole lot of fun, but that's okay. He and I are cool because he's dead. So we worked it out with the help of a wonderful medium named Heather Hildebrand. And so he and I were totally groovy now, but he wasn't fun in life, but he was tortured. So.
Aw. Well, wait, that's a really good place to go. So Heather Hildebrand, a medium, helped you heal your relationship with your dad?
Oh, totally. She was very helpful. She was very, very helpful. And it's like, it took a while, because my father was a very tortured person. He just, life just didn't seem to want to give him a break.
Yeah.
And so there were just so many things in his life that happened that were devastating on so many levels. And I wasn't the son he was expecting. It's like he didn't know what to do with me. And so he just really kind of didn't do anything with me, it's okay. It's all right. It's totally all right. It's like, but mediumship is a very powerful thing. I'm actually very good at it. I just don't like it. I don't. No, I don't like. It's like I like doing work with the
You
angels.
like the angels,
It's a very
yeah.
different vibration.
It is a
Yeah.
different
than
vibration.
mediumship. That mediumship is not my thing. It's like I also don't want to be a nurse. I mean, right? Because I cannot do that. And it's like I also don't want to teach middle school to kids.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to do that. So I love the people who do that. I love the people who teach middle school kids and love the people who are nurses. And I love the people who are mediums. I just don't want to do it. And I'm also a really good CPA and I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Hey, so Radleigh,
That's
then
what it
I've got a question for you because, well, I have taught middle school and I have middle schoolers and I am a medium. So I'm doing all that stuff.
Thank you for your service.
But I do love angels and I've had some very, very profound experiences.
Yeah.
But who I am, and I think probably my belief systems and my, education and the people who I've been surrounded with, it's that BS, that belief system, right? The proof that I've gotten from mediumship, the evidential mediumship, is because it's somebody who's in the physical, who gives you evidence that you can get validated. So I think the issue that I've had where I've had these profound experiences with angels, there's still that part of me where I'm like, am I crazy? Is this real? Where's the evidence? Even though I have like this, when I have that feeling of elation and that love and that surrounding, like that is evidence. But then my logical brain kicks in. It's like, where's the actual physical evidence?
Right.
So can you help me with that?
I can try because it's like, that's a very human thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very human thing. It's like, even I have moments where I'm like, am I crazy? It's like, it doesn't happen often. In my life, but it has happened where I'm like, oh, geez, guys, where are you when I need you? And I was actually talking to Heather this morning and we were talking about how it's like I've been talking to angels for years, right? It's like and it's like, why can't they just be specific? Why does it have to be a puzzle piece? Why does it have to be a mystery? Why does it have to be, oh, it was Colonel Mustard in the dining room with a candlestick? It's like, why is it in code?
Yeah.
And why can't it just be blank? And sometimes it is blank.
Totally.
Sometimes it is like, here it is laid out. There you go, pop. But it seems to me that a lot of the times that when it's like that, it's because the question was just, do I wear the red shirt or the blue shirt? Why can't it be, should I buy that house or this house? Why can't it be, the big questions? And it's I feel like it's just part of the contract we sign. I don't even know if there's a contract. It's part of what we sign up for. I believe that this life is about the illusion of the absence or separateness from the divine.
Right.
It is. It's like we are never separated from the divine. We're never even separated from each other, but we have the illusion and we sign up for it. And we don't know it at the time, but when we get back to spirit, we loved every second of it. We loved every second of it.
Yeah.
And so your question and the whole human experience to me comes back to this one simple little word, and the word is faith. And I feel like in so many ways I'm filled with an abundance of faith, except when I'm not. And I think that my faith in the divine and source is solid. My faith in myself is really wonky.
Yeah.
It's unstable.
Yeah.
And it's like that's where I can sometimes struggle, and I need Heather to slap me, or or whoever is the right expert in that aspect of my life to shake me. One of my 3 brothers to just shake me and go, actually, they don't shake me anymore because now they just all 3 roll their eyes. But that's okay. We roll our eyes at each other, and that's what makes it fabulous. But I do believe, and I will fight this to the end. What's that? There's a meme. It's like, fight me, right? It's like, this is what I believe. Fight me. And so I believe that the universe loves us. I believe that we're meant to have a life of joy. I believe that that's what we're going for. I just also believe we forget.
Yes. Yeah.
And so
it's a lot of forgetting and remembering.
It's a lot of forgetting. And so you have all this experiential evidence for yourself from mediumship. I get that. When I was doing it, I had the same thing. So why, as a child of the divine, who's clearly got a gift that you have evidence for, would it not be true across the spectrum? Why would it be true for humans, but not true for angels? I'm just saying, it's like the left side of my brain does still exist. Right?
It's still there.
So from a logical standpoint, if you can do that, you can do this. If you have proof of this, the proof should extend here.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about the vibrational energy, because obviously mediumship is closer to Earth. So the vibrational energy is more down here. Angelic is separated from Earth. And so it's just, I get high up here, not here. You get high here probably because it's a service to people. So is this, it's just a different thing.
Do you find angels to be hilarious, or is that just me?
Hilarious.
Okay.
They think they're hilarious.
They do.
Anyway.
And they are for me.
I don't always think they're hilarious, but they always think they're hilarious. But here's the thing, Jane. It's like, my angels are hilarious because I have a very solid, glitter proven sense of humor. I do. I know it. I'm hilarious. And so my angels are talking to me that way. Yeah. Someone that's really serious. I mean, just really serious, can barely crack a smirk to a really funny joke. Someone that's like that, the angels are probably not going to display that sense of humor to them.
Right? They're going to send a brief.
Exactly. Yes, they are going to send a brief.
PDF.
It will be, and it will have been notarized. Yes.
I love that idea. I love the idea that, it makes sense. I joke with any spirit who wants to come through me as a medium is like, you've got to use movie quotes. There should be animals, right? Like, it makes sense. It's like, come in the boat that you're riding in, that's what's available. Okay, that makes total sense.
I presume that if Great Aunt Edna was a real sourpuss, then she's not going to come in acting like Jerry Lewis,
no
matter how much of a sense of humor you have.
Right. Yeah.
Jerry Lewis, God, that just aged me.
We'll cut it out. Don't worry.
Kathleen Madigan. Okay. She's my favorite. She's hilarious. Have you ever heard her thing on bugging? What is it? It's bothering Jesus.
No.
Oh, she's hilarious.
That's so funny. I don't even know who she is.
Oh, she is the funniest comedian on planet Earth. You should check her out. Kathleen Madigan. I get to see her in person in October, and I'm about to wet myself.
Well, that's how I feel today. So that's working out.
All right.
So then tell me about that moment when you got discovered. That's how you phrased it. Like, I'm so curious about, I guess backing up, you're a recovering CPA, as I started to say earlier. My mom's a CPA, but she was also like an incredibly creative. She was not really a CPA in her soul. She just wore the suit, literally. So you set down CPA and then you were discovered, or what was that bridge like?
Yeah. I'm the same. I wasn't because I wasn't I was a CPA that wasn't a CPA. It made me have a very successful career because everybody wanted me, and ironically,
you're like a fun CPA.
Yes, exactly. And ironically and foreshadowing, I think, my first job as an accountant was with a publishing company.
Wow.
Oh, funny.
Yes. And so here's this, at the time, cute little gay boy that came to work there in a department that had never had a guy in it before. The accounting department was all women. And so they hired me and they put me in the creative department. They were like, go talk to the artists and writers because they'll get you. And so after having done that for 20 years, I just didn't want to do it anymore. And so it was like it was 2002 that I just sort of retired from accounting. And my then boyfriend brought me this book because I was going with my brothers to the beach. And he's like, I found this book. I think you'd like it. And the book was called Born Knowing by John Holland.
Oh, wow.
And I took it. I read it at the beach. And, I had never stopped my spiritual seeking. I was talking to angels. I was taking astrology classes. I was doing all of that. And so I finished that book and I was like, that's it. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to do this. And
wow.
So I signed up with a class with John Holland, and someone, I was bored sitting at home. It took about a day and a half and I was bored. I am quintuple Sagittarius. I am type A. And I was like, oh, this is not going to work. And so I was like, I should get a job in a bookstore. That'd be fun. And I wound up getting a job in a metaphysical bookstore.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And so they were like, I was talking about angels and like, well, you should do Doreen Virtue's classes. And I'm like, who's that? And they're just like, what? And so they told me who she was. I went and I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay. So I call. And at the time her son was doing registration for a class. And so I called and Chase answered the phone and he's like, you know what? It's like, I'm like, I'd like to do this class. And he's like, you are supposed to be there because it's been sold out for months. And my last phone call is someone canceling.
Whoa.
Of course, you're in.
Yeah.
So I went. It was 6 days of class.
Wow.
It was heaven on earth. It was like going to Hogwarts. I mean, it's like everything I'd ever dreamed I could do. It was like right there in front of me. It's just like, I was just like killing it, having a great time. And Doreen just noticed me. It's like, it sounds unhumble and I am a humble person, but it's like everybody noticed me. and so they called me and asked me to join the team. I didn't even apply.
Wow.
And so I did that for several years, and I was at there's a thing called the International New Age Trade Show, INATS. Mm-hmm. And so I was at INATS. Doreen was at INATS. We were supposed to go shopping because she's a Taurus and she loved that. And I was throwing tarot cards and she saw me doing it. And Doreen was an interesting person. She was very interesting. She would just get things in her head. Like she had in her head that I was an astrology expert. I am not. Okay. But she had it in her head and she would introduce me that way. And then I was like, what do I do with this? But she never got it that I did tarot. And so I'm throwing cards and she's like, oh my God, it was you. And I'm like, what? And she's like, it's you. It's always been you. I always knew that there was this person that I was going to do a tarot deck with. Now, keep in mind, Doreen's version of tarot was to get a deck, throw away all the cards she didn't like, and what was left was her tarot deck, which was like 12 cards. Right? It was
all the good ones. Just the good ones.
Really right. Like, 9 of cups and just like, that. Yeah. The star, the sun,
right.
Just those cards. Because in reality, she knew zero about tarot. Literally nothing. But she went to Hay House and she said, there's this guy, and give him a contract.
Wow. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's sort of like being the guy that gets discovered at the gas station.
For a movie that winds up becoming the summer blockbuster. Yeah.
So what's the new stuff that you're working on right now?
So I'm working on 2 new tarot decks. I can't tell you what they are.
Okay.
And I have a book that's coming, and I can't tell you what that is either.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So when you are making a deck, are you channeling, do you think? Or tell us about the creative process.
For making a deck?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I think that there's definitely channeling. I feel like I've been really lucky with most of my artists, that there is a level of intuition in the artist that very often they aren't even aware of. Most of them just don't know it. But for me, the process is never deviating from what tarot is. It's like there's 78 cards, there's 5 suits. That's how it is. I don't mess with the structure. It's like that's what it is. But the way you tell the story changes. That's why there's angel tarot. That's why there's tarot cards based on gummy bears and vampires. I mean, it's just like it's the whole gamut, right?
Right.
And so I'm always looking for what's a new way to tell the same story. What's a new way? Because after having done so many decks, it's like it doesn't help the universe or the world for them to repeat each other. Yeah. I mean, it's like they do repeat each other because they're tarot. I can't, my oracle card decks that's a whole free for all. That's a different thing. But tarot decks, it's like, the magician is the magician. It's but how do you tell the story of the magician? That might resonate with somebody in a way that it's never resonated before. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like, I think of it as being very similar to if you follow me and my closest peers, like Dougal Fraser, like Colette Baron-Reid, like Denise Lynn, John Holland, you'll find so often us having these similar themes. And it isn't that we're copying each other, because we're not. We're barely even noticing what each other is doing. I'm way more interested in Dougal's dog than I am about what he's necessarily posted on his Instagram page. But we're all tuned in to the messages that are coming from the divine, and we each tell those messages, tell those stories in a different and unique way.
Yeah.
Because that's how the message gets out. I don't tell the story the same way Kyle Gray teaches it. We love each other and we honor each other, but he teaches the way Kyle Gray does. Kyle Gray. He teaches the way Kyle Gray teaches. I teach the way Radleigh Valentine teaches. Yeah. And it's like, that's how we hit the masses. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth.
Yeah.
So the tarot decks is the same. It's like, well, Angel Tarot told the story one way, and Archangel Power tells it another way, and Angel Wisdom tells it another way. So how is the next one telling the story in a way that's different, that maybe will resonate with people in a way that didn't resonate before?
Yeah, it's all about the story. All of our unique stories are so important. So speaking of messages, what do the angels want us to know these days? Is there I don't think anybody, help. Like, what do the angels want us to know?
When I tune in, okay, so I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I'm going to say it. We can't all take on every single issue planet Earth has. We can't. We can't all be trying to help out with the horrible floods that just happened in Texas at the same time that we're trying to help out in the Ukraine, at the same time that we are trying to promote literacy in the world, at the same time that we are trying to solve. We can't all do all of it. And so we are pieces of a puzzle. As Sarah said, it's like we are each unique. And yet, if a piece of the puzzle is missing, where is your picture drawn to the picture? The whole. And that's why everybody's input to the picture as a whole is so important. And so I think the angels, to a certain extent, are saying, eyes on your own paper. Okay? Eyes on your own paper. A lovely, lovely person is Anita Morjani. I love her. She's such a sweetheart. And she
really
once fussed at me and said, stop watching the news. And I did. And she was right.
Yeah.
I mean, I still see the big things. I get this one thing in the morning. It's just this quick news blurb, and it's just what I need to know. And that's it. So I'm aware enough, but I'm not soaking in this. I'm not stewing in it. It's like the sitting in a pot of water that keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and you don't notice it until, it's too hot. Yeah. And so I don't do that. So eyes on your own paper. Mm-hmm. My job in this lifetime is not to fix all that.
Yeah.
God bless the people who are.
Right.
Who are fixing their pieces. My job is to bring safe spirituality to people, to invite them to bring angels into their lives, to understand that they are children of the divine. That's my job. That's my paper. And so eyes on your own paper, and faith and trust. It's like, have faith that it will work out, have trust that it will work out, it's like you can't help all 8 billion people.
Radleigh, how do we invite angels into our life? Do we all have our own angels?
No, you don't. It's like most people don't have no.
Just you.
Just Radleigh. And sometimes Jane.
Jane definitely does. I do sometimes.
That's it. We're the only two. Yeah. Oh, and Diana Cooper. Diana Cooper has angels too. Yeah. No. It's like everybody has angels. Everybody has guardian angels. I'm a big proponent of guardian angels. People love the archangels, and I get it. It's a sexy concept. I don't mean sexy from the standpoint of sexy. I mean, it's a sexy concept. It's a concept for today. I mean, they're literally the superheroes of the angel realm, right? It's like they practically have capes, and it's like
those wings.
And human beings we like boxes. We like categories. We like, Archangel Michael comes in sapphire blue, and this is kind of what he usually looks like. False. And that he's all about safety and protection and life purpose. What are we most worried about on planet Earth? Feeling safe, feeling protected, and what the hell are we here for? Right? That's what we care about. That's why Michael is the Superman of the archangel realm. It's even a joke amongst the archangels. It's like, no one gives him more crap than Ariel. It's like literally her job to be the little sister who pokes fun at him, right?
Oh, that's so funny.
But he's in on the joke too. Michael's in on the joke too. He's like, yeah, I know, whatever. Yeah, here I come to save the day. And so people love that. They love, there's 15 of them in my system. There's different systems. And they come in these colors, and this is what they do. But guardian angels are assigned to you at the incarnation of your incarnations. So a guardian angel Sarah's guardian angels are the same guardian angels she has had in the last 57 lifetimes, and the ones that she will have going forward.
Wow. So when you're stuck with them, you're stuck with them forever.
Yeah, that's bad for them. But,
totally.
but you also have to remember that angels do not have egos. They are not of the earth. So all they go is like, oh my God, you're the cutest little sweetie pie I've ever seen in my entire life. And I think you're fabulous. And I can't wait to see what we do next. Do they also go, Yeah, probably.
Facepalm.
Yeah, probably a little bit. But they're not doing it from the standpoint of, oh my God, now I have to fix this. They're like, oh God, you tripped over that again, you poor thing.
Right.
And so that's why guardian angels are so amazing, is because Jane doesn't remember that in her last lifetime her name was Bubba, and she was a train engineer, and she smoked heavily cigars and was a terrible womanizer, but so Jane doesn't remember that, but the guardian angel remembers. He remembers. And so when Jane starts doing something that she can't understand that's past life affected, the angels are like, she's doing it again. It's Bubba. It's not Jane. She's doing the Bubba thing back again. They're like, we need to fix this. And so they can give you signs and go, poke, poke, prod, prod. Does this feel familiar? Train, babe. Right, that's right. Your train, your little choo-choo is about to go off the tracks again. Do you not remember that's how you died last time? Let's do this again.
Oh my gosh.
So I love guardian angels. I think they're amazing. And they just follow us lifetime after lifetime after lifetime.
Okay, so I mean, I've been, as I shared, obsessed with decks forever and oracles. Originally it was, I never threw I Ching, but I used to do, it doesn't matter. I've always been into oracles, but I wonder if, Radleigh, you can explain to us, in your opinion, how it works. Like so I've got my deck and I'm holding it. The angels I have this, just really quick, I have this hilarious vision of like, Maxfield Parrish, the angels are like lounging and they just throw the cards. They're just like flinging them to earth.
I love that. I think that's fantastic.
I'm just curious if that aligns with your opinion.
What aligns, my opinion is that tarot, astrology, numerology, runes, all of it, they're just different languages of the divine. There's 8 billion people on the planet. There's been over 1 billion people on the planet for a long time. Even if there was just 1 million, it'd still be a lot of people. To say one size fits all is dumb, right? It's not that way. And so each one of these is a language of the divine. And I think of them as being a path through a forest. And so tarot, for example, is 600 years old. Okay, it wasn't always a divinatory tool, but it's still 600 years old. That equates to millions and millions and millions and millions of people walking that path through the forest. So it's a well-worn path. And so it's a well-worn path to the divine. And so when we are throwing cards, we're allowing ourselves to tap into that. We're allowing ourselves to touch that divine part of ourselves that touches true divinity. And are the angels there for that? Absolutely. I think the angels are there. I don't know if I think in particular that the angels are putting the cards in the right order for me, but I do think that they are there to enhance the connection and to help with interpretation, to help us to get the message. And I'm kind of two minds about how the cards get in the right order. The one mind is, this is all fake anyway. This is all just, this is, it's not the Matrix, because that's almost inherently horrible, but it is sort of the Matrix. It is sort of like just a big, gigantic video game.
Yeah.
And so we aren't even actually holding cards. It's all an illusion. Yeah. And so the fact that the cards show up in the right order is just part of the Matrix. It's part of the magic of the illusion that we are all joining in together. The other is, I have this strong feeling that the divine is truly all-powerful, truly omnipotent, truly beyond anything we can believe. When we shove it into a box, we're dumb. That's a human thing to do. Let's put God in a box. We want God to be like us. Therefore, God is vengeful. That makes zero sense whatsoever. Yeah. Right? It's like all of that human crap that we put on God is stupid. And because God's not like that. God is love. God is fantastic. God is amazing. amazing. So why can't God put my cards in the right order? Well, he can, she can, it can, they can. I don't care what you call it, because it's all the same in the end. It's just we're running it through our filters. Mm-hmm. So for Jane, who loves cards and just can't buy enough of them and has had to add on a room to her house to put them in, for Jane, it's like she's feeling that connection. Cards work for her. She's had the avenue. Do the cards do it? No. It's like, sorry guys, hate to ruin my career, but the cards aren't actually doing squat. Jane is doing it. Right? Because Jane is like touching the divine, and she's getting the message. And maybe the card is the magician, which can mean all these wonderful things, but she's not even noticing that. All she's noticing is the red roses in the bottom left corner. And she completely skips over the fact that it's the magician and looks at somebody and says, does your grandmother love red roses? And she's right. That wasn't the card.
Right.
That's just paper and ink, or nothing at all. So I love cards. I love angels. That's just how I'm wired this lifetime. Maybe Jane threw cards back in 1749 and she remembers. And so she's jumped back into that. Maybe not. And, but for other people, it's Christianity, or it's Buddhism, or it's any of the other avenues of the divine. But why it works is because we believe it. Mm-hmm. Why it works is because we allow ourselves to connect to that part of our divinity, and we put ourselves back into those same two words, faith and trust. We put ourselves back into faith. We put ourselves back into trust.
So is faith for you then knowing that you are part of the divine?
Yeah, it is. I think what is unshakable for me in my faith is the belief that the divine and the angels, that the universe really is love. That it really honestly is, that it is the underlying fabric of the universe, and it loves us and it wants the best for us, and it both deeply cares about us on an individual level and also couldn't care less. Because it's like, and I know that sounds like doesn't go together, but I think the universe loves Radleigh, loves Sarah, loves Jane, loves everybody. And the universe is not necessarily overly invested in what our journey is this lifetime.
Yeah.
The universe is kind of like, well, you pick that journey. What you don't know is that you actually cannot be hurt.
Yeah.
You will go back to the other side and you will be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
And you will be thrilled, tickled pink with what you learned.
Yeah.
So does it hear our prayers? I think so. Does it send angels or other aspects of divinity to help us? I think it does. But I don't think it's surgically invested in what we are doing beyond our pleas. I grew up loving Amy Grant. Okay. And I still love her music. I just do. And she does this song that I just think is so powerful, and it's called Better Than a Hallelujah. And if you've never heard it, I highly recommend it. But it really talks about how our cries of our heart and our challenges and our pleas to God are better to God, our goddess, than a hallelujah. Mm. The outpouring of our hearts is more beautiful to the divine than any kind of sitting in a pew in a church someplace singing hymn number 47 is ever going to. It means way more to the universe than that little ritually thing that we're doing. We're not doing that ritually thing for the divine, even though religion would say that.
Yeah.
We're doing that for ourselves because the divine is there, whether you're in a church pew or whether you're sitting in Radleigh's house.
I'm confident the divine is there where you are, Radleigh.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're getting really short on time, but I was thinking about how it kind of wrapped back to Sarah's birthday card that she pulled, that abundance.
Abundance. Mm-hmm.
Which is flowing now, Sarah, something I noticed. And how that, like, how we can just, like you're saying, whatever is in front of us, we get to interpret it for however we want to interpret it. And that's, I think, for me, when I think about your story and how you just knew there was something better for something different for you, that you weren't, those CPA shoes were not your shoes. So, and I just want a quick shout out. Everyone has to go to your webpage because your about is so much fun. The timeline of how all of these things happen. And each time it says what shoes you were wearing.
What shoes I was wearing, yes.
Yeah. So I think before we close, I'm curious what shoes you're wearing now. Do you have shoes on?
Oh my God, they're so boring. So I'm wearing these. So they're just blue tennis shoes. They're back full on. They're so boring.
I was expecting the ruby slippers.
I was looking for some glitter.
That always cracks me up because it's like the people that think, because for people who are new to me, I tend to wear sequins on stage.
Oh,
okay. It's like, it's just this thing I do. I did it one time and it brought the house down and I just never stopped. And,
why would you?
And yet people think that I'm sitting around in my house in sequins or that my shoes are glitter. You know, it's like I just got back from lunch from a tiny little cafe that I absolutely adore near my house. I was not there in glitter pants. So they don't know nothing about Radleigh and glitter there. They know me. They know to bring me my iced tea when I walk in the door.
Yeah, you got to bring that Tennessee iced tea.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, Sarah, do you have any more questions, or do we have to just break our hearts and close this conversation because it's just been so much fun?
we could just listen to you all day long. I'm sure.
Thank you.
No, thank you for sharing all of that with us. I look forward to developing a closer relationship with my guardian angels because I need all the help I can get, and I just want people to know that that help is there.
It's 100% there. And it's like, if you're new to angels, I know this is so weird, but it's like, it's so weird. I don't say, go read my book, Manifesting Your Magical Life. Can you do that? Yeah, go ahead. Buy 5 copies. You know, it's like, buy a copy that you can highlight, buy a copy that you can give away, buy a copy that you can eat Cheetos in bed with, buy a copy that you memorialize and put under glass. I could say all that, but that's not what I do. It's like, if you want to start working with your angels, go to this wonderful little book that I found when I was 20 years old called Angel Speak. And it's ANGELSPEAKE by Barbara Marks and Trudy Griswold. Sadly, Trudy is no longer in body, but they're sisters. But Barbara is.
Oh, cute.
And it is literally how I, in my early 20s, really started to pin this down. And it's simple. It's an easy book. It's been around since Jesus came the first time. So if you don't have a lot of money, you can go to Amazon and buy it used for like $1.97. Barbara would probably wish I wouldn't say that, but it's like, grab that. It is the easiest thing in the entire world, and it'll get you going.
Thanks, Radleigh.
Well, we're going to buy 5 copies and Angel Speak. We're going to buy them all.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Okay. Thank you. It really is beyond a pleasure to meet my friend who's been hanging out in my phone for all these years.
Thank you.
Take good care. Thank you, Radleigh.
Bye.
Bye, Radleigh.
Bye.
Very Soul is our sponsor for Medium Curious. Jane and I are both Very Soul mediums.
Oh, yes, we are. Verysoul.com, y'all. Inspired by spirit, guided by love, and brought to life by mediums. Medium Curious is made possible
by Jane Morgan Editing.
Sarah Rathke made the amazing music.
And you can help Medium Curious by downloading the episodes.
And the dogs under the desk in Utah are Kalea and Domino.
and Trixie in California.